Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So I'm going to have a look at Sage Labs. So Sage Labs is a game within the Star Atlas universe. So Star Atlas is this sort of the concept, at least, is this very big sort of EVE Online type 3D Unreal Engine space combat shooting economics. Blah, blah, blah. So that's the big vision. It's going to take a long time to get there. So they're sort of building smaller versions of that in the meantime. So Sage Labs is one of those. So let's fire it up. So this is just live. It's a browser-based game. I've created my created my character and my name, chosen my sort of there's 3 different races you can choose. So I did a video about this before, and then I deleted it because I was having so many problems understanding what was going on. So hopefully this will be a bit better. So this is a fully on-chain game. So every activity you do, every action in the game has to be or is a on-chain activity through the Solana blockchain. So you need obviously you need a Solana wallet in order to play this. You do need a ship, at least one ship to be able to play. Ships start from about $10. You do need some other assets, so you need fuel and food and ammunition. Again, those are these can all be bought through the Star Atlas marketplace, but they cost money, so it probably costs. You don't need very much of those. A dollar amount of those resources is enough to sort of get you going. But this is a fully on-chain game, so all the assets are sort of on-chain as well. So to try and sort of make the video a bit more interesting, this is what the game sort of looks like. It is a 2D sort of economic simulation game, so it's not exciting to look at. It is an on-chain game where you're sort of moving resources around and converting them into other things. So I happen to be in this galaxy. There's all these different locations here. So the races are mud, and then the Aztur, and then the Oni. And sort of the mud are sort of more human, I guess. I think the Aztur are more like aliens, and the Oni, I can't remember. We'll go through that anyway. But basically, the 3 races, and you can sort of see they have their hub areas, and then they're sort of just spread out. You probably get combat in these sort of mid areas. I'm not into combat. I've only got really rubbish ship. Actually, it says here this one here is controlled by the Aztur, so you can maybe see a bit there of this one here is controlled. So maybe there's a bit of fighting going on with people who have a lot better ships than mine. So people over the months have spent thousands of dollars buying these ships in Star Atlas. And so they're obviously doing much higher level things than I would be doing with my entry level ships. So we can see here, this says the Andine Condor fleet. There's only one ship in there, a tiny little ship, but it's doing some mining. So we can see that's located here. There's the coordinates. We can go to asset location. I think let's have a go. Maybe it's finished. I don't know. So there we go. So fuel. How is the fuel remaining? It's engaged in mining operation. We can go manage the fleet, so we can see here what's going on. So there's one ship, 2 crew members, got a load of fuel remaining, load of ammo because it's not been doing anything violent. The cargo hold has a 25% capacity. Yes, so that's the fuel. That's the food in there. So I'm mining. So the fuel cost to start mining was 11. The ammo consumption is that. Food consumption is that. So these haven't been updated, I don't think, in terms of what's going on chain. Available cargo space is that. So it's mining here. It's currently mining biomass. This has been going for almost an hour, and it's mined this amount. So I don't know how much is actually going to be left. It may have finished mining. If I'm looking at the maths there, that may not have changed. So let's do this. Let's harvest resources and stop mining. So let's see. So we're gonna everything's on chain. So we're gonna confirm that transaction. One of the interesting things there is the normally for obviously running on the Solana blockchain. So we would be paying using the Sol token to pay for transactions, but actually at the top of the screen here it says I bought some Atlas tokens, so that's the utility token for Star Atlas. So you can actually pay the Solana gas fees using Atlas. You can not do it as well. You can not enable that if you want to, but it's sort of interesting that they're burning their own token. Obviously, you want to reduce the amount of tokens you've got, and the token prices are fairly all-time low. So there we go. So it looks like I am, so my fuel is there. My ammo has been used up actually in that mining operation. My cargo hold is full. There's a big self-destruct button, which I don't think I want to do, but in the dire of circumstances, you can self-destruct your fleet and respawn at your home starbase. You lose all cargo and it costs you money. So I probably want to go back to where I came from. I wonder how I do that. So there's my cargo, mining ops. I don't want to do any mining. Sector scan. I can look for these survey data units. Don't want to do that. I actually want to go back, and I don't quite know how to go back to where I am. So I can move anywhere in this. I think, is this me? Yeah, so that's me in the middle. I'm not quite sure. It's just saying how much fuel. I guess I want to go back to where I came from, which I don't quite know where that is. I think it was here. Okay, so I don't quite know a lot of this sort of stuff, as you can probably make out. So warping cannot be cancelled and fuel is charged up front. Sub-warping can be cancelled mid-moment and fuel is charged at the end. So there's just this two different ways of moving. So this location here is the base. So I'm going to do that. It's going to be a transaction again. So let's let that go. Okay, so while that's happening, I can also, you can see here, that should be moving to the, I think, to the starting zone. Yeah. So what else is going on? If I move here, so obviously the point is, if you have you can have multiple ships in a fleet and multiple fleets, but I have in the starbase, when it loads, if it loads, there we go. So in my hangar, I can, let's have a look. Okay, so here, yeah. So to begin, select the ships you'd like to deposit or withdraw to your starbase. So these are in my starbase. So they should be in my starbase. So starbase hangar, form a new fleet. Okay. So again, these are even smaller ships than the other ones I bought. I bought these for, I can't remember how much I bought them for. One was $10, one was $30, I think. So here we go. I'm going to form a new fleet. I could call it here. Sheep fleet. So let's form a new fleet. Transaction. I mean, this is the fun and the games of fully on-chain games. The point of it being fully on-chain game is everything is on-chain, which obviously has a UI user experience sort of issue in the sense that it takes cost and money. Okay, so. Fuel. All the fuel tanks are empty, so I need to fill up the fleet fuel tanks. So have I not got any? Oh, that's annoying. I think that is because. Hold on. Now I do have. Did I leave them in the wallet? Maybe I left those in the wallet. Here, my inventory. Okay. Yeah, so this is in the wallet. Oh, that's it. There should be some in the starbase as well. Okay, I want to transfer assets to one of your fleets. Make a fleet selection. So there we go. Here is the sheep fleet, and okay, so fuel tank status. So it looks like on fuel, that's going to fill that up. Ammo status. their cargo hold status. I do need to put in some food, I think. I'm not sure how much. I don't know what the toolkit stuff does, to be totally honest. So if I hit this, let's hope this is going to work. Yeah. Did that work? Yeah. This is the other issue sometimes with on-chain games, is the user interface needs to sync with the blockchain. Okay, so there's my fleet, and now it should have fuel, ammo, full food consumption. Toolkits hasn't got any. I'm not sure if that's going to work, but let's so I think we could undock them. Okay, so 2 ships and 3 crew, and we're going to undock them, which basically means they're leaving the hangar, and then we can go and do something with them. So as I say, this is not the most exciting game, but this is sort of important in the sense that this is the idea behind this is the first simulation of how people are going to run around this universe, getting items and moving them around and doing things and crafting stuff. So it may not be very exciting from that point of view, but it is sort of exciting from the fact it's happening. So this is my fleet here in the middle. So I'm going to use subwarp. And could go over here, which is UST3. So last time I travelled here, I don't quite know why there is this warping. The warp is smaller than the subwarp in terms of where you can select. I'm not quite sure. There's loads of stuff I don't understand about this game, to be fair. So we're going to go there. We're going to use subwarp, and we're going to actually use quite a lot of fuel. 31% something. So if we go back to the dashboard, now you can see I've got 2. So my original fleet is for some reason is still there, and this fleet is still there. So what is this one doing? Oh, okay, so this one's en route now. So this is going to take 21 minutes to get to where it needs to be, and this one's coming back, and it's going to take 8 minutes. And I don't think I can. You know, you can't zoom in on this. So again, this is sort of the strengths and weaknesses of having a on-chain game with sort of real life sort of simulation stuff going on, that now I'm going to have to wait. And then when my sheep fleet gets to where it's going, it can do some mining, I'm guessing. That's what I'm expecting. And then my condor fleet, when that comes in, that's got a bunch of biomass that it can offload, maybe sell, who knows. And then we can send it out and do some other stuff. So as I say, keep saying it's not the most exciting thing, but I guess you say this is a sort of a economic simulation game running on top of a blockchain. These are the building blocks on which much more complicated things can be built, but you have to start somewhere. And the idea is Sage Labs is sort of the first iteration of what's going on with Star Atlas. And then there'll be a 3D version of that, but still browser based, so nothing like the big sort of Unreal Engine version of the game. This is probably a few years down the line, but you're sort of taking from a bottom up sort of scenario where you're sort of building out these core elements and then adding more graphical fidelity as you go. And obviously, as you have an audience of people playing these things, if I'm the only person playing this game, it's obviously not going to go anywhere. If it needs to have growth, I think they're saying have a few thousand people at the moment in terms of DAUs. They need to get it to sort of 10,000 people to keep building it up. And obviously, tokens are being spent. People are buying ships, selling ships. Resources are being used, and the sort of that underlying economic model is being sort of bootstrapped up. So we'll keep an eye on how it's going. But thanks for watching this video. Do subscribe to the channel. See you next time.